Rhonda Burgess, and I'm a real estate broker and mortgage underwriter here in the Nashville, Tennessee area, and my firm is Southern Living Realty Partners. I know at the beginning of the year, every year, everybody wants to talk about their predictions for 2022 or whatever the year is, their predictions about the housing market. I don't really have predictions. I really want to talk about the fact that so many people have been priced out. I'm gonna be quite honest with y'all. When I first started doing the YouTube videos, I think it was late 18 or 19, something like that. I don't know. But the whole reason why I started the channel was because I have my native Nashvillians. I'm a native Nashvillian. They call us unicorns now because we're born and raised here, because everybody now is from somewhere else. Everybody. So we're unicorns, those of us who are born and raised here and live here, some years. So the reason why, I started the channel was because so many of my clients, the vast majority of my clients, were from out of state. And still to this day, most of my clients are either from the West Coast or from the Northeast. I hardly ever get people coming from anywhere else. And let's just be honest. In the first video I did about Nashville, one of the first videos, that the median income of native Nashvillians, of us Nashvillians, was $50,000. Whereas all these big companies, and even some of these companies are not big, but a lot of companies moving in, relocating their headquarters or just bringing people in here to Nashville, they are making $100,000 or more. So they can afford this run up in prices that we've experienced. My prediction for 2022, as far as the real estate market, and I'm just talking about Nashville first. My prediction is, ain't no bubble. I just don't see one. Because, even before the pandemic, Nashville was hot. Nashville was really hot. People want to move here. We don't have no state income tax. We have 4 seasons. Property taxes low, especially compared to other places around the country. We've just got a lot of positives here in the Nashville, Tennessee area. So a lot of people were already moving here. Then along comes the pandemic, where a lot of people go to working from home. And a lot of companies are like, well, yeah, you can work from home, you can work from wherever you want to. So you can be as remote as you want to be. So a lot of people are moving to places that they're moving out of the big cities, and they're moving to places where they want to live, because now they don't have to be tied to that office in that big city or wherever. Now they can work in New York, but they're living in Montana, or they're living in Tennessee or wherever. So a lot changed with the pandemic. And now you see so many of us do work in the gig economy, or we're doing our own things, or we got our own side hustles going on or stuff like that. And so now people are not as dependent maybe on that job, with so many people quitting and doing other things. So they're not as dependent on that job, and or that job that they can work from wherever. So there are still going to be plenty of people to move to Nashville, Tennessee. I just don't see a bubble here. The vast majority of my buyers over the last, I say, couple of years, putting down anywhere from 5 to 50%. They're coming with cash. So it's not like in 07, 08, when we could do the Nina loans, the no income, no assets. You're not seeing the loose underwriting. You're not seeing any of that. Okay? The only thing that has changed, since the pandemic is people is on the appraisal tip, because we have a lot of I see a lot of loans where they either didn't do an appraisal, they used a desktop appraisal, meaning if the value hit what the computer says, then they're good. They're not even coming bothering to send an appraiser. Or if they do have an appraiser come out to the property, they may not even come inside whatsoever. And it's just done basically on a drive-by, and they're using the same tax data and sales data from the neighborhoods as the desktop underwriter is using. So those things have changed, but people are putting more money down, and the people who are buying, in my opinion, that I see are more credit worthy than before in 07 and 08. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If it will help someone that you know, please consider sharing the video and subscribing to our channel. Thank you. But again, back to what I was saying about the reason I created the channel was because everybody was from out of state. Everybody was from out of state. I think in 20, we only closed 2 people who were here locally. Everyone else relocated in, moved here, whatever. But so that was the reason for doing the channel, because there were a lot of misconceptions about Nashville and different things, and so I wanted to put that out there. With that being said, I did a video, I think it was in 19 or 20 something, I don't know, the time runs together, where I said that a lot of my native Nashvillians have been priced out of the market, and it's even worse now. It is what it is. With still so many people moving here, we're the hot spot. We're like Austin. I saw an article the other day that said, is Nashville the next Austin? If y'all don't know about the blow up in Austin and everybody moving there and Tesla's there and some old folks, and if you don't know, go research Austin. But everybody's predicting that Nashville is going to be the next Austin. Okay, so whether that comes to fruition or not, this is just my personal feeling. I don't see Nashville market slowing down. Now, will we see as high of a will we see the prices continue to go up as much as they did in 21? I don't think so. I think we're starting to see a little leveling off. But do I think it will drop? Do I think there will be a bubble to burst? No, not here in Nashville. There's still too many people coming. There's still entirely too much money in Nashville for that to happen. Nashville has a very diverse economy. We're big on healthcare. We're becoming big. Healthcare technology and technology in general. We're becoming big. We're moving away from, which I think this is also happening in a lot of the country, we're moving away from the service-based economy, because more people now know, shoot, you can go do some other things and make more money than you could sitting at a desk sometimes doing this or that. You know what I'm saying? Or people are going back to school and they're taking a year or 2 and they're getting their certificate, their associate's degree, and then they're going on and making substantially more money, whether it be in technology and things like that, project management, stuff like that. So, like I told y'all about my son was making almost as much as I was, and I had been with the government for years, and he was straight out of a certificate program. So I see, my general feeling is that no, the market will not crash, at least not here in Nashville anytime soon. I hope, this is one of the things that I hope that we will start to see mortgage programs for the gig workers, for those of us who are 1099s, that they come up with new underwriting guidelines and everything, and new ways to count our money, because so many people make their full-time living off of a 1099 position, whether it's doing hair, whether it's baking cakes, whether it's doing balloons, whether it's driving Uber or whatever you do. I would hope and pray that we would get some type of new type of loans that take into account and give us more credit for our money than what's reported on our tax returns. since they're going to go after, the cash apps and all of this for $600 or more being moved to a business, then I think we ought to get credit. My personal opinion, we ought to get credit for that. On as far as reporting it as income for us. Then if we're going to be taxed on it, then give us credit for it, and just work with the self-employed people as far as counting their income and helping them qualify for a mortgage. Again, my name is Rhonda Burgess, and I'm a real estate broker and mortgage underwriter here in the Nashville, Tennessee area. If you need help with obtaining home ownership or selling your home here in the Nashville area, please give me a call. I would be happy to consult with you and see what we can get done for you. Again, my phone number is 615-554-0832. Thank you, and as always, have a blessed day.